We have dramatically improved our physical environment at GSU. As D.H. Lawrence says, the sense of place is a great reality. I have long believed that first-generation students deserve a beautiful, safe, and environmentally friendly place to study. We have invested in the GSU infrastructure to put students' interests first. In 2007, a significant portion of the university's physical plant suffered from dramatic deferred maintenance. And the people who attended the installation and saw a very different campus from what they see today. Today, the picture is very different. And you know the many different projects that have gone into this renewal, the $28 million in building renewal and deferred maintenance, the $8.6 million of guaranteed energy savings. And I asked this at the College of Arts and Sciences at the college meeting, but let me ask it here. Are there still any non-believers in the E&F wing reconstruction? I know last year when we announced the groundbreaking, there were still a few, but it's moving forward, and I love the sound of that renovation and to see the trucks there every day. The provost mentioned the IRIS colleague DataTel project, which has been really quite remarkable, and many of you continue to work very hard to implement the improved business practices and that really are at the heart of what we're doing with DataTel. The new science research laboratories a result not of the Illinois Works state funding, but of faculty-sponsored NSF grant led by Karen D'Arcy, and those labs are coming along wonderfully too. The student housing, where this academic year, we'll be breaking ground with a state-of-the-art design, and students will have the opportunity to live and learn where the prairie meets the city. And that's... That's Peter Sheldall's phrase. I always footnote and document, but it's a wonderful one, and we're going to use it certainly as we reach out to students for the chance to live on the campus. Overall, the GSU facilities, from infrastructure to parking lots, classrooms to labs, technology resources to signage, have been significantly upgraded, driven by a commitment to serve students better by improving the teaching and learning environment. And I want to give thanks to the person who has envisioned, led, and implemented these projects, and that's Executive Vice President Gubby Gigo. Somewhere. I know he heard your applause. He's somewhere, I'm sure. Now, we have defied conventional wisdom by promoting a high-quality pathway from community college to a university bachelor's degree, while at the same time making plans for a state-of-the-art freshman program. And, you know, that's so important. We have this opportunity to break old frames of reference, to challenge conventional wisdom. You know, people in 1969 thought, oh, well, we better do upper division universities because that's the only way transfer students will be well served. Well, we're now saying in 2012, we can have both and a quality freshman program and a state-of-the-art quality transfer program under the dual degree program. And that is 21st century thinking. Next week, 47 dual degree program students, including Rashida's daughter, will begin their junior year full-time at GSU. These students are exceptionally well-motivated and talented. We have awarded the first GSU Promise scholarships to 16 of these students who are fully Pell eligible. And that was also something in my installation speech, and just so gratified to see it coming true. The average GPA is around 3.4. These are excellent students who come with an associate degree with a coherent body of knowledge. And they will graduate from Governor State University debt-free. Our plans for GSU's own first-year experience are moving forward. I want to thank Provost Allison for his leadership. Provost Allison has invited the two most prominent scholars on the first-year experience, Sean Gardner and Betsy Barefoot, to hold a symposium on our campus on Friday, October 19th. Be sure to mark that on your calendars. And these scholars who are the experts in freshman planning, first-year experience, they're as eager to learn from us as we are to hear from them. The provost thanked the first-year planning committee, and I just want to add my thanks. I also want to thank the Faculty Senate, led by President Mohammed, because we are making progress on all our academic plans. Courtney Sanders and her team and people in many areas of the university have been working hard to prepare for the recruitment of freshmen. For the first time, GSU had a booth at Navy Pier. We couldn't before because we were not reaching out to students from high school. To coordinate all the moving parts for lower division, I've appointed an executive coordinating committee of Provost Allison, Executive Vice President Ijigo, and Vice President Courtney Sanders. So we should have all of these things pulled together. The Provost mentioned that the Higher Learning Commission is going to send a team to GSU in April. They will review our plans for admitting freshmen, and they'll also focus on outcomes assessment. And many thanks to those who are engaged under the Provost's leadership in documenting our institutional effectiveness. We are also moving forward on implementing the academic master plan, and I want to thank the Provost again for his leadership in developing these new academic programs. I'd now like to share a few reflections from my intellectual experiences this summer. Deb Bordelon, Colleen Sexton, and I had the special opportunity to be featured speakers at an international conference entitled New Horizons in Education. Now, all our expenses were covered by the conference, so you can check with the business office. We made sure that we weren't taking scarce state funds to travel abroad. The participants at this conference were from 15 different countries, including South Africa, Russia, Taiwan, Mexico, the United Arab Emirates, and Turkey. I learned from this conference that the United States is the envy of the world in our ability to create new horizons in education, to innovate. It's an insurmountable opportunity. In a world where information is available at the click of a mouse, we can be world leaders in the assessment of information, the creation of knowledge, and the attainment of wisdom. In the development of our first-year program and across the curriculum, we are not constrained by out-of-date models of instruction. We can design our curriculum to infuse writing, ethics, critical thinking, and innovation into the curriculum. Later in the summer, I served on a panel at ASCU, the Association of State Colleges and Universities, with Roberta Ness, an MD, who is Dean of the University of Texas School of Public Health and Vice President for Innovation at the University of Texas, Houston, and I was very much affected by her remarks. Dr. Ness is the author of Innovation Generation. She pointed out that in the United States, and whatever we think of paper and pencil tests, that we've actually gone up a bit in paper and pencil tests of IQ. But in terms of paper and pencil tests of creativity and innovation, United States students have gone down. Now, it's imperative that we teach creative, innovative thinking. And one important element of innovative thinking is to break out of constraining frames of reference. Roberta Ness was impressed with our commitment to both the dual degree program and to admitting our own freshmen. I use that as the example as the respondent on the panel. She understood that we were breaking out of conventional thinking to serve the broadest population of students. Dr. Ness recognizes that GSU has an insurmountable opportunity to lead the way to teaching innovation. We have an opportunity to transform our curriculum to meet the needs of the 21st century. To quote Berkeley professor Donald McQuaid, we should rethink our emphasis on covering information. We should instead focus on uncovering material. And I think that's a very important point as we start classes in this semester. That impulse to cover everything. How much will students really retain and remember? What about uncovering the real essence of engaging them in thinking about and assessing information? Our 3 Faculty Excellence Award winners, Professors Gallant, James, and Zingsheim, are great models for professors who uncover material and engage students in the construction of knowledge. And I hope that we'll have a chance to learn from them through this academic year. Another speaker at the ASCU conference was Berkeley professor Charlene Nemeth, and she argued for a why not approach to all we do. I didn't prompt her at all in this. I was pleased to tell her that for 5 years at GSU, we have been highly intentional about why not. And in fact, in the next few weeks, you will see reminders to submit ideas for this semester's competition. And it's more than a suggestion box. It's really continuous improvement to rethink what we're doing, to have the courage to ask, why not? GSU's positive momentum will not be impeded by the depressing financial situation of the nation and the state of Illinois. The General Assembly cut the appropriations to public universities this year by over 6%, the largest cut in many years. While I believe that the state has an ethical imperative to fund higher education, and I will continue to argue that point in Springfield, we will move forward despite these circumstances. That means great prudence in strategic decision-making. Every expenditure must be fully justified. We value the transparency of the PBAC process and will continue with strategic investments matched to Strategy 2015. Yes, the waters continued to be troubled, but our strong ship sails forward. During the new academic year, with creativity, innovation, and with team spirit, we will, all of us together, make the most of our insurmountable opportunities. Thank you.